Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Yay. It's almost the weekend. It's going to be a super hot weekend here for us already, here in Dallas area. That being said, please be sure to look out for the welfare of your pets. Also, animals that you see that are in distress, be sure to call 311. Report that. If it's a neighbor or somebody like that, you can also do that anonymously. Call and ask for a welfare check. Always get as much detailed information as you can about the animal, including the address you need to report. You can tell them again that you want to do it anonymously if you don't want to run into any problems, or if you want to remain without any possible interaction with the pet owner. But be sure to be on board and be conscientious to the welfare of animals, okay? My thought today is on in the blind spot. You know, we could be driving down the road. We've all done it. You're driving, maybe you've got a ton of things on your mind, or you're zoning out listening to music. Maybe you're on a conversation on the phone with somebody, or, but you're not really paying attention, and maybe there's a car over next to you in the blind spot. Maybe you go to turn, and bam, you have a crash. Or they honk at you and you barely escape without, having a major accident. Life is like that. If we're not careful with what we're doing, if we're not being focused and paying attention to the direction in which we wish to go, or that we're hoping to get down the road to go to, and if we're just, kind of all oblivious to life and all over there with our emotions, and and we don't stay in our lane. And again, this is regarding life too. We can have a lot of things to happen that we weren't prepared for, whether it's an accident or something that needs our immediate attention, or whatever it is. I mean, there's so many things. And so we have to be vigilant of being focused and stay in our lane. Be respectful to those folks that are not in our lane. They've got their lane too. They're, and again, this is a parallel to things in life. We can kind of take the attitude sometimes, if we're not careful, that, oh, well, it's all about me. I mean, I've done it. Unfortunately, I think we all have. Sometimes we get so geared and centered that, we forget that there's a car over here in this lane, or over here in this lane, or somebody in front of us or in back of us in life. But, we all have to work together. We are all put on this earth to help one another, to share in this space and make the most of it. And doing that, we have to be respectful, vigilant to our purpose and to our own focus of what we're doing and where we're hoping to go, and our aims and goals and aspirations, while being respectful to those other folks that maybe aren't in our sphere of the same goal, that have their own things to head down the road to do, that have their own blind spots of life that they need to pay attention to. All we really can do is work on us, and all that entails. It's not our business to, tell this driver over here how they should drive, or, what direction they should go. And sometimes I think we do that too. We think that everybody should follow us and do what we're supposed to do, and their purposes should be our purposes, and we forget that other people have lives too, that have things that are just as important and just as meaningful and affecting them and other folks around their sphere that we do in our own lives. But it's true, we all have blind spots. There's things that can just happen that you don't realize it's coming up on you, or that are over here in this area that you weren't paying attention to. Now, does that mean we need to be fearful that we have a blind spot? Absolutely not. We just have to be that much more cautious and consistent in our focus. I think that actually keeps us in line when we're paying attention to what we're supposed to pay attention to, is knowing that if there's somebody in our blind spot or not of life, that it doesn't matter if they're there or not. We have to act as if they are, or if there is an issue. And that doesn't mean that we need to be fearful all the time. Absolutely not. But it does mean that we need to be focused and conscientious to whatever aspect that we're trying to better ourselves or better society or be helpful in community or whatever. And again, it's not about telling somebody else what they should or shouldn't do, or where they should or shouldn't drive in life or literally down the road, but about being respectful, knowing that everybody has the same thoughts, hopes, goals, ambitions, and they're just as important as ours. But we need to respect them and if they're in our blind spot or not. And so, if there's somewhere that you're trying to go with an aspiration, with something that is dear to your heart, whether it's an interpersonal purpose or a mission, whether it's group involved or personally, be sure to take it to prayer and ask God to show you the direction that you are supposed to go in, and to be focused. If you're having a hard time focusing on what that is, that's okay too. Thank gosh we have the ability to change our minds and to redevelop our thoughts, and and with the help of other people or not, that we can change that every day if need be, based on what we feel is going to be helpful and to everyone, not just us. And be respectful and conscientious that, some people may want to decide to be on board with us and some people may not. Whether that's in groups, endeavors, friendships, relationships, whatever. So, anyway, that's my thought today, is that, regardless if there's someone in your blind spot or a situation that is there but you're not paying attention to, know that you could just focus on you. And we can't control what this driver's going to do over here in our blind spot, or this person over here in this area. We just have to stay in our lane and do the best with our tools and keep our focus going forward, and not worry about the woulda, shoulda, couldas, or what might happen, because you can't get worried about everything in life that might happen, because you miss out on everything that's beautiful right now, in this moment, in today. So that's my thought. I hope you have a great Friday. I hope you don't worry about everything that's not in focus, or everything that is not actually giving you the full picture yet. Just know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment, and that you are in store for good things, and you are worthy, and you are enough. So be mindful, be respectful, be focused. Hope you have a great day. Onward and upward. Talk at you later.